To view existing data, we can start by going to the Server Explorer window. You'll find the icon for the Server Explorer on the left-hand side of the IDE. If we go to Server Explorer, you'll notice there are two nodes, Data Connections and Servers. I'm going to pin this window down so we don't have it disappear on us. Just make it a little bit easier. Now, if I expand Servers, you'll notice that we have a series of servers, in this case the local server, that's referenced underneath the Servers node. If I right-click on Servers, you'll notice that I do have the ability to add another server to this list. So if I'm trying to monitor another set of services that are running on another computer, I can go ahead and add that server here. If I drill into the C# server, I will notice a series of services that are exposed underneath this tree. At the very bottom of the list, we see SQL servers. Expanding this node will show me the various SQL Server instances that I have installed on this computer. This is the C# server, so I have a default instance installed on this computer. I also have a second instance called RepTarget installed on this computer as well. The red X and the little icon simply means that we're not currently connected to that server. If I hit the plus sign, we'll connect to that server, and you'll notice that the icon will change. Now I have the little plug icon indicating that I'm currently connected. If I drill into a particular database, you'll notice we get the same sort of feel with the icon, showing us which databases we're actually using or connected to. Now within this window, I can view tables, views, stored procedures. If I were to expand the tables list, it gives me a set of the tables that are currently found inside the pubs database. Double-click on one of those tables, and it will present you with a grid on the right-hand side. This is a read-write grid, assuming that you're accessing the Visual Studio services by using an identity which has permissions to both read and write data. Going back to the list, we see another node for views, as well as stored procedures. So if you wanted to look at the data for a view, simply click on the view, double-click on the view definition, and this will give you the results of the view. You'll notice that what it's doing up here is it's adding tabs for each of those individual windows. So I can go back and forth between those different views. Now, if you have the Visual Studio Enterprise or Architect versions installed, you'll also have the ability to create tables, create views, and create stored procedures directly from this interface. Now, in addition, if you want to look at other data services, we can come up to the top of this tree and go to Data Connections. Right now, when I click the plus sign, you'll notice there's no data connections currently installed. If, however, I right-click and choose Add Connection, this will give us a standard Data Link Properties dialog. In this dialog, we can set up everything necessary to identify a particular OLADB data service. So on the Provider tab, I can select an installed OLADB service provider and then manage that service provider here in the Connection and Advanced and All tabs. This gives you the ability to connect to any OLADB compliant service by using the Data Connections node inside the Server Explorer window.